Hello everyone, this is Ray Ahmadi, the real estate broker in the Greater Toronto area, and I'd love to share with you the update in the overall market, new projects, and updates in our company because I've got some exciting news to share with you. Well, first of all, I wanted to share with you the explosive growth that we had at EXP Realty and followed by the stock price of the company, which has been ridiculous in the past month. And also, I'd like to share with you one of the properties that we have sold recently, and then followed by the new project that me and my team are launching, and the units are available in downtown. You love the location. And then lastly, I will conclude with the market update and what's really happening in the Toronto real estate market. Stay tuned. So this is actually the backend of our EXP Realty backend, and I'll actually refresh for you so you can see the live number of agent count, and this is just for today. So right now we have 31,462 agents in the EXP worldwide. Today is June 23rd. And what else I'd like to show you is that this graph, the explosive growth that we had, we're right now across 50 different states and 7 Canadian provinces. So just in 2014, we were under 600 agents. In 2016, we were only 1,500 agents. And in 2018, we had about 6,000 agents. And in 2019, we had 15,000 agents. And 2020, we surpassed 25. And so far on June 23rd, we over 31,000 agents. And agents are joining us, and one of the biggest reasons that they're joining us is really because of the explosive growth that we had and the stock price. Because we are an agent-owned company, we reward our agents with the shares in the company. So right now, one share of the company is trading right now on NASDAQ exchange at $15.85 US. And that is 9%, 8% above than what it was trading yesterday. And I'd like to show you the statistics. So just from yesterday, we're up about 8%. From 5 days ago, we're up about 40%. From a month ago, we are more than 65% up. And also, what I'd like to grab your attention to really look into is the market cap that is taking place. The market cap for EXPI right now is $1,045,000,000. And that's the evaluation of the whole company based on the number of shares that are available and the price for each share. And I'd like to just give you a perspective. So if we compare it to REMAX, which is the biggest brand and they have the most number of agents or one of the highest number of agents in the world, their market cap is trading at $1,005,000,000. So if we just took the perspective of market valuations, EXP Realty right now is trading at a higher market valuation than REMAX itself. Although we have a 25% number of agents as much as REMAX, we have about 31,000, REMAX has about 130,000. And you can see the reason agents are joining REMAX are because of the ownership, of the collaboration and partnerships that they're creating for themselves and their businesses, and also for the stock revenue share and its explosive growth that it had recently. The prediction is that we're going to be in the next 6 additional countries by the end of 2021, and also our agent count will grow by 100,000 by the end of next year, and then next milestone will be to hit 1 million. Before I move on, I'd like you to subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. That's going to really help me to grow this channel and bring you great content like this video. So smash that like button. And now let's take a look at one of the properties that we just sold, and it firmed up yesterday and the buyers couldn't be happier. So let's take a look at the property, the futures, the asking price, and what price we were able to secure to our buyers. Now, before I go into it, the buyers were first-time buyers and they have 4 children and they wanted a spacious and reasonably priced as well, as long as it's close to the highways. So we were able to secure this along Highway 50 and Castlemore area for a really good price. Let me show you here for a second. So if we go and look at the back end of the MLS system, the address is 20 Bernardino Street. It was listed for $869,900. It was a semi-detached, 4 bedrooms, 1 bedroom in the basement, 4 washrooms, finished completely basement with separate entrance and a kitchen that could be used as a second unit, which they absolutely loved. And it was really spacious, over 276 square feet of living space. And it was finished by the builder, which they really liked. So they appreciated, and we put an offer in. We negotiated down the price for them from $869,000 all the way to not 850, but to $847,000. And the neighbors were selling the same 4-bedroom semis for about $880,000 to $860,000. So the buyers are definitely happy with it. They'll be closing in September and they cannot wait to move in. So congratulations to the buyers. Now what I'd like to bring your attention to is one of the most anticipated projects that we have here in Toronto, in a great location and at great prices. The prices that we haven't seen since 2018. So let me show you what I mean. So if you look at over here, it is actually called 28 Eastern by Altura Building, and the prices are starting in the low 500s. And it is a great location building, about 12 stories, mid-rise condominium in downtown East. And one of the best things about this is the one that it's centered around one of the most amenities in downtown location that you could really think of. You are very close to Disraeli districts, you're close to the Lakeshore, to Sugar Beach, to George Brown College campus, to TTC and subway station, and also Kirktown Commons, East Harbor, all the shops and amenities you will be able to find. So let's go quickly over the top reasons why it is such a great investment. Well, first of all, the highlight of the project is really the price that is starting at $500,000. And number one is because they are shops districts, they're market entertainments, there are colleges and parks that will be at your fingertips. The second, it will be connected to everything. It is a 96% walk score and 100% transit score, 100% bike score. And it has approximately 17,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenity space. And the fourth is the best pricing the downtown core has seen since 2018, along with the great deposit program and incentive program. And then one of the top builders, which is Altera, and they've serviced Ontario and buildings over 50 years. So as well, you can see here pictures about the project itself. And we have right now units at hand, and if you're looking to buy, let us know. We'll be able to definitely help you with that. So as the economy opens up and more projects are being launched and the buyers are coming out to buy resale homes, buy pre-construction homes, building projects, I get questions asked on a daily basis. Ray, how is the real estate market? What is really happening? The buyers, the sellers, the investors, the tenants, landlords, they're all asking me, how is the market? Because of the COVID-19 and the lockdown that we had, most people are curious of what's going to happen. Well, let me tell you the statistics as of today that you may be surprised to find. Because as we're coming out of the lockdown, we're getting the unprecedented number of showings, offers, and actually sold properties. And the question is the market then considered hot market, or is it a seller's market? Well, let me tell you here in a minute, what is really considered a seller's market, or what is considered a hot market? Is it number of offers that a property receives, or is it that it will sell over asking price, then a list price, or that it has a lot of showings recently? Well, let me tell you, none of them, because the bidding war strategy can be used by most listing agents, and they can underprice the home and it will sell over asking price. It doesn't mean necessarily that it's seller's market. Number of showings may have spiked because we were in a lockdown, and number of showings tanked 2 months ago. And really, number three, how many offers are there? It doesn't indicate if it's a really strong market. Well, what is the most important highlight of the market that you should pay attention to and determine if it's a hot market, sellers or buyers, is really days on market. How fast homes are selling in Greater Toronto area, that will determine what is the speed that the home comes on the market and it goes sold. So I will show you in a minute if the Toronto market is considered right now hot market or not. So let's take a look at this. So here are the statistics that I have opened up for all properties, all communities throughout Greater Toronto area, as you can see it over here. And the median prices were, this is median, not average, by the way, 762. The average price, I'll show it here in the table. So let's start the year in January. In January of 2020, it is the first month of the year, the coldest, and we started on a good note. We had the average days on the market, 26 days, which takes about 3.5 weeks, closer to 4 weeks, to get a home sold throughout Greater Toronto area. And the price was decent as well, $735,000. Now in February, as you might remember, it was quite a seller's market, a hot market it would be considered as well. Average price has gone up from $763,000 to $790,000, and the average days on the market have dropped significantly to 16 days, and before it was 26. So 10 days faster on average, the buyers were buying the homes that were coming on the market. Now, in March, the first 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, of course, we had seen one of the strongest markets ever in Greater Toronto Area that could be compared to 2017 spring market. And if you look at the statistics, we had 13 days average days on the market, which is really quick. It's under 2 weeks, and that includes all condos, all townhouses, all detached homes, every single type across all communities and cities. And 13 days is ridiculously fast. And the average price was $780,000. Now, as you might remember, in the middle of March towards the end, the government have put restrictions in place for a lockdown, and the activities have dropped significantly. We had 73% reduced number of listings, reduced number of sales. There were not as many showings. So consequently, in April, that we were under full deep lockdown, our price has dropped. The average median price to $738, and the days on the market went up to 20 days. So you can see that the lockdown definitely had an impact on it. So the buyers on average were to take extra week to buy a home. And it doesn't mean that there were more homes or less homes sold. Of course, there were less homes sold. It's just that on average, buyers were buying them with 20 days average. And May, as well, we were in a lockdown and there were no reopening. Infections were rising. And of course, the real estate market followed the same trend that it had at the end of March and April. So we saw that the average days on the market was 24 days. That's very similar to what we had in January. So January and May market looked actually very similar in terms of the average days on the market and even average median price. So what it means is that the buyers were taking their time and they were really concerned about what's going to happen in the market. Now, let's look at the first 3 weeks. First 3 weeks of June 2020. Now, do you see that the average days on the market is actually 17 days? It has dropped from May from 24 to 17, which means that the buyers are coming out and they're buying homes quickly. And the average price has gone up as well to $800,000. That's a median price range. So what does that really tell you? It tells you that the buyers, they've been in the lockdown for the last 2.5 months, and now they're coming out to buy properties. And then the number one issue that we had in Greater Toronto Area that still remains the same is the number of homes that are available for sale, or the number of listings that are on the market. So that is still not at the capacity where the demand of buyers are there. So now what we're witnessing is that there are multiple offers. Homes are selling with 4 offers, 6 offers, 12 offers that I had participated in as well, and we didn't get the home. So you can see the market is considered hot, and we predict that moving into July and even August, we would the same market that we see here in June. And then in the fall, it will be interesting to see what happens when the government incentives and also the deferral program for all mortgages who are experiencing hardships throughout the period of COVID will end as well. Then we will see if the number of listings will spike dramatically or not. But by the end of summer, we should more see the same number of days on the market as we see right now, because of all those buyers that were sitting on the sideline and now coming out to buy homes. I hope that makes sense. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below to help with you. If you have any questions, call me directly, 416-625-2070. And I wish you a great day. Before you go, subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. That's going to really help me to grow this channel. Thank you. Have a great day.